Okay, today is day 6 of the IAE Ship Show. So we got ARGO, Astronautics, Consolidated Outland, and Gray Cat, and Kruger Industrial. So as we go up, of course, Universe of Possibilities, the cool little arch, and it looks like just the center is ARGO. So Consolidated Outland with the Mustangs, and Kruger and Gray Cat are going to be downstairs. Oh, I love how they can just push you out of the way. Alright, let's look at what we got down here. We've got the ARGO Cargo and the ARGO Troop or Personnel Transport. It's not a troop transport, it's just personnel transport. These are just like little runabouts at a work area. So you load all the workers in here, fly them to wherever space, whether you're building something, tearing it down, or whatever. And the ARGO can do that without jump drives or being super fast. It also has a cargo variant, which has a little cargo pad, so you can put your cargo boxes in there and run them back and forth. And as we get more and more cargo management into the game, that's what it's going to be used for. It has also won top of the show ship, so there's an actual color variant for the ARGO Cargo. It was a poor decision as far as I'm concerned, but you know. Okay, this is the Merlin, Kruger Merlin. So this is the 52, which it has the 2 wing-mounted guns, and the center, this nose piece has got a big gun in it. So, but it's a big ballistic cannon. So it is a pretty good little fighter. If you can get all those on target, you can just pound things to pieces. And this is the Archimedes. So I believe this one has, it has more guns, and I believe it's supposed to have a electric Iron Kruger and Galactic Archimedes designed to deliver exceptionally. It's a racer. But anyways, these are the parasite ships that fit to the back of the Connie, I believe. So they just dock to the back of the ship. Okay, the SRV, I believe, we're having a bit of a glitch here because it's floating off the ground. I believe it is, industrial civilian. It's the tractor beam variant. So it will have the fancy tractor beam disc on the back of it. So you hook this onto another ship and you can move it around, and you can also drag it through quantum. It has an obscene number of drives on it, so it can hover in, their VTOL, so they can shift positions. So it can hover in atmosphere, or tip up to fly in space, just give it more power, so it can drag other large ships. This is the ARGO Raft, which is the cargo variant. And it's interesting because it's an external cargo ship. So you get the big 32 SU containers, and they just hook onto the ship. And I believe that they're supposed to extend down as well. So this is just one container height, and they should be able to hold 2 container heights worth of containers. There should be a tractor beam in here somewhere, but I'm not sure when and where or if that's actively but it has, you know, cargo viewport there to monitor your cargo as you go. Nice ship, just not very well armed, but it is a purpose-built cargo ship, and that's all it does is cargo. This is the ARGO mole. You can see the material containers there, but it has one, you can see it behind the engine, 2, and 3 drill lasers on it, plus a pilot seat. So the pilot's up there, and you have 3 miners running these lasers that can be either doing individual items or all work together to crack a larger rock. So this is a very effective miner if you have a crew, and you know, the pilot can hold everything steady. I think there's even a co-pilot space up there, and it has, you know, crew quarters and everything, so you can stay on the ship for long term. Same with the raft, they have crew quarters, and they're not fancy, but they are very utilitarian. So if you're into mining and you have a couple buddies that want to help you, that would be a very good ship for that. I think the open wing's over here. So we look at the Kruger, the Argo. Yeah, we're on to the next hull. Argo's nice, but they're very utilitarian, industrial type, one-purpose ships. So I think the Argo is their more universal thing, just because you can change that carrier pod on the back from personnel to material. So you can go from cargo to hauling people. So in here we have consolidated Outlands, Mustangs. So they are technically a starter ship, but there's multiple variants: racing, exploration, and this one over here is the military variant because it has all the guns on it. Mustang Delta. They've been in the game a long time. They're fast, they're agile, they're decent little fighters, but this one here is the one that's changed everything. Let's see. Is that? Nope, that's not it. One of these has a button. Here we go. This one has cargo, which was one of the big drawbacks of this particular ship, is it had no cargo space. And let's see, you can shift your boxes in and put several boxes in there, but it makes it so that you can haul cargo with your Mustang, which is a great thing for a ship that didn't already have a cargo space normally. The other problem is it doesn't have a logout bed or amenities like bathrooms or cleaning stations on them. This is the Nomad. It is a light freight. It's both human and Jian, I believe, ship. So it has the, oh, come on. Okay, so it's glitching out, but it has the little hover technology in it, hence why it doesn't have landing gear. But this is its cargo space. So you can put a vehicle here, and it has to be like a rock or something smaller, because it can only carry so much, or you can put cargo crates in there and it will close up and it gets the tractor beam set up on it as well. It's kind of a cool looking little ship. It has a living space in there and cargo management, and it's fairly well armed for a light cargo ship. But if you're gonna go this way, because it's quite expensive, so unless you're looking for that alien look and the fancy little doodads in it, this is the way to go. But if you just want a more practical cargo hauler, I'd go with the Cutlass Black, because you get more cargo space, you get more weapons, you get, more maneuverability. But this thing looks cool, so that may be the direction you want to go. All right. Oh yeah, and this has a bathroom and log-out bed and all that in it, so that's where it comes ahead of the Cutlass Black. So if that's your goal, is to have long-term travel, those are a necessity. Also, I think it's a bit slower than other ships, being that it's the hybrid human and Jian technology. Okay. Now we're going downstairs, and all that industrial orange sitting over there, that is ARGO, which is kind of cool that they keep that very noticeable orange across all their ships. But, hopefully there's other color schemes. Maybe the industrial warning yellow. Alright, and here are the Gray Cat rocks. The DS. Yeah. It's not going to give me. Or DC is the two-person, so you have to have a pilot and a laser runner. I don't like this as much because you have to have really good communication between the two positions, because as you're cracking the rock, it heats up, and if you're overpowering it, sometimes the easiest way to deal with it is to back away, or it could blow up and blow your rock away, where the regular rock is just a one person running both the piloting and the cracking laser here. So if you're overpowering your rock, you can just back away without informing your pilot that we're getting too hot, we need to back up. And it runs just the same, it just does not have the cargo capacity of the DC. This is the Gray Cat STV. I have great hopes for this turning into eventually a little utility truck. I think there is a way to open the tailgate here. Yeah, so you can put cargo and whatnot in it, which is cool, but eventually you'd hope to see a little more cargo space. And this is the little Gray Cat runabout that's been in the game from forever. They've actually started doing the races with these, which is awesome. I need to purchase one and actually go participate, because that seems like a fun little extra activity to do. Okay, and this is Consolidated Outlands Hover Quad. It always seems to be lacking a little something, because I don't believe it has any weapons. It's a one-seater. There's no extra cargo, and you figure with the extra size to this platform over the other hover bikes that it would have something more, better shielding, better whatever, and it does not seem to have that. Transport design. So you would hope they would have a little more since they are bigger, more luxury than like the Dragonfly or something like that. But they don't seem to have that. Okay. And here's this big monster. This is the Pioneer, which is the outpost builder. And, you know, your homestead, outposts, whatever. This would build the building within the ship, drop into the atmosphere, plant your buildings on your location, and then once that's done, it just pick up and fly away. But if everything I understand is correct, that this is a self-contained mobile construction yard capable of creating planetary model or modular structures using a new way of aspiring. So basically everything you'd need to build you can do on this ship, plant it onto your homestead, you know, outpost, whatever, and then when it's done it just picks up and flies away on to the next job. So I don't know if you can see it here, but there is like walkways on here, and I believe those are the 32 SU shipping containers. So this is gonna be a huge ship, but considering it's building buildings and whatever else and dropping them on planet, it's going to have to be massive, and it's going to have some massive engines and stuff. You know, I keep running back, but it's going to have massive VTOL engines to drop into orbit to drop these pieces of infrastructure down. So I don't know what kind of armaments it's going to have or if it's going to have, but it will be a very interesting ship once it's in game, and you're going to have a huge crew to manage it all, I imagine. Alright, I believe that's everything for today, and thank you for listening, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.